Good morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. As you can see, I've got Benji. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right guys, again as I say, Benji says hello. He's just walking around wanting to be on my lap again, and I can't allow it. So he needs to be going on his bed. Come on, good boy. Right, today we're going, here he comes again. No, don't go near there. Go on your bed. Today we are going to be making a half crescent shape wreath on a crescent shape, which is 12 inches. And we are going to do it in the colours blues and purples. So I decided when I came in I was going to do it blue and white, and then I just decided no, let's add some purple. So I've got my hook ready to attach. I've already prepared just a simple bow, just in plain ribbon. Nothing too, extravagant. I just wanted that simplicity of the bow. So I've done it in 6 inches in the 2.5 inch ribbon in the lilac, and in the 1 inch burlap ribbon I've done it in 5.5 inches and then 5. I haven't put anything in the center as I may want to place in today a flower. So I've done that. My tail ends are at the top 8 inches and at the bottom they are 16 inches. So I've doubled up at the bottom. So that's my ribbon. Now I've tried to prepare today. I've cut down some eucalyptus silver dollar off a fresh stem, and I thought we could use that as our foliage, as one of our maybe backdrop or background foliage. I've also got out 3 stems. I don't know why 3. I know I'm not going to use 3, but I like to be on the safe side of our elm leaf. So I've got 3 fresh stems of those out as well, and that will be one of our background foliage for the movement. The eucalyptus is more of compact. It's not got as much movement as the elm. I've got out some of these from a fresh stem I've placed before we started the video. Placed some and pulled them off the fresh stem and placed some on single picks, just to have the movement as well, dotted around in several areas of our green lavender. I've also done the same with our ruscus. I've placed these off the fresh bunch onto some single picks to dot around as well. I went into my leftover buckets, and yesterday when we used the shakibi, I found these last few at the bottom. So I'm going to use those as filler. I've also got out some foxtail fern that for movement. These are all single stems. I haven't placed, taken a certain amount out. I've just grabbed, one of the many bunches I have of these. And again, these are fabulous for movement. I've also got out and, placed on picks as well. Again, I've tried to prepare some white astilbe. I just thought we'd get some of those in just to add. Again, I like to add a bit of white to bring it alive. I may have to go back and get some more white of something else. We'll see. I've also got out, if I can grab them, there's some leftovers I've placed with these new stems as well. just in case, but I don't think I'm going to need all of them. And these are cosmos. So I've got some, they are like a light, if I pull one out, they are like a light blue in the center of the petals with darker blue on the tips. So I've been placing some of those on picks as well. And the odd one is leftovers that I got in out of my leftover bucket. I've also got out these wild daisies, which are like a blue and they look a bit, when you know, blue and grey on the darker ones, and then the lighter blue there with a bit of the foliage that comes with it. So I may use these around the sides also. Now I have got out some very light lilac wild daisies. Now I was debating whether to use them, so I may chop one just to see. I've placed it against the floral as I do, and they did look quite nice, so I've got these out as well. And then I've got out just a few stems of my hydrangea in purple or lilac, and I've pulled one off because I was looking at the size of them. I may place some of these on picks, but I've just pulled one off just to see. I don't know what that is. To see how big they will look without having to use the full head. And last of all, I've got some lilies, and these are beautiful. You're gonna love them. Blue with a tiny bit of hint of purple or lilac. Are they divine, guys? Oh, they are an outstanding colour. With the lines in them as well. Very realistic. They are super. And these are UV protected ones also. So that is what we've got today. So I'm going to bring that down there. I'm going to place the foliage with those, because they will be near the end that I add in those little bits of foliage. And we're going to be getting in our elm leaf and then our eucalyptus. I'm going to wait to place the hawk, because I know on a crescent shape, if you place the hawk here and then you do your arrangement around here, sometimes with the weight it tipples over. So then you have to move your hawk here. So I will attach the hawk nearer to the end, or maybe when we're finished. So I'm going to bring the camera down, and hopefully, well, he seems to settle at the moment. He won't when I get up, but I'll bring the camera down so we can start our wreath. So let's get it down here. Let's come in a little bit further. Maybe like that. Right, so let's just chop. Stay there, Benji. Let's just chop some of these down. Let me just see how long I would like them. I do like to, as you can see here, there's a prong here, but you can't really stick anything on because these do not pull off. So I will just basically seeing whether I need it, all of that. I think that would be okay. But this is just for our movement on the background, around the back. So I'm bending it so I've got the one sticking up, one coming over here, and then one coming towards the center. So let's have a look. Just bend that one a little bit more. Let me cut that little prong off. So let's get that in. Again, I want it around here. So let's place it in and around there. And I'm going to do the same with this one, but I'm going to, with the longest leaf, go in the center, place that in the center of these. So then that will go further up like so. So if you just look where you want it, then you will see where to place. And I like volume. So if it looks like I've got a big gap here, don't worry. With the weight of other things on top of it, it will bring it down. And now with this one, as you're looking at it, I'm going to bring where the bigger leaf now comes on the outer side. I could bring it there, but then these two would face in. I want to bring, so the leaf is pointing on the outside. So let's just cut the stem down a little bit more. And we can just, so we've got it going around like so. And then we'll do the same. We'll cut some more off. And do the exact same procedure. Apart from the one in the center, I will bring out here. Let me take the prongs off. I will bring that out like so. I could cut and have two where it's coming out, and then get this one at the bottom and place it in here. So let's do that. Because we do want a center one where it's in the middle, like so. And then bring that one. We could leave the longer one there and bring that one out. And have that there. And then I'm going to do that and bring it around here. So then this center one can go here and have these, just filling in a bit of this gap here. In fact, sorry, my apologies. I need to be bringing it up because we are going down now with our stems. bring that one across, just give it a little bit of a lift here. I think let's have a look if we need any more. Yeah, we'll take, what I'm going to do now is take the odd one off and place the odd ones in. So we'll bring these down here. And to give it that movement and try to fill in any gaps. What Benji? I've got Benji today. His owner is off, not at work. He's had to nip out. So I don't know how long I've got him for. But he said he will be out most of the day. So I don't know. I don't know when they're coming back. So wherever I feel that they maybe need just another piece of foliage, just to fill this area in. I think I'm going to place another one here. So we've got those there. Let me just, because it's just not a very long, there we go. Excuse me. So we've got now our elm leaf in. Can lift it now and just shape it. Give it that volume. Like that. Oh, I've got a spare one. Oh, that's good. Let's get this one in as well. So that is what we've got so far. And you know, I like to check on the back if any stems are coming through. If they are, you can either pull it out. There's none come through. It's nice and tidy. But if they are, you can pull it out and reposition it, or you can just snip off a bit of the stem at the back. So I don't need that one. So let's use some of our eucalyptus. Now these are quite bushy as well, so I may cut these down also, because I've used all the single picks that I've in my leftovers. I do want it, leaves just come off, so let me just glue the leaf back on. Like so. I keep hearing trucks and everything. Right, so I'm going to join these up with the elm. I'm going to just lift some of the leaves up, and incorporate it. It's going to be quite a bushy greenery. I want that, so we've got the lilies, you know, don't look odd being on little greenery. Give it that bushiness, because if I just grab the lily, by having it just sparingly on a little piece of greenery, don't that look pretty? Oh, by placing something tiny on a bushy base, it doesn't look right. It looks slightly odd. I'm not going to place in all of this because at the end of the day it is bushy, so I may only place in 3 pieces. One here as well, just looking for the bushy, and then maybe one here. So I don't want to overdo it with our eucalyptus. So let me just go under there. And then bring some of our elm leaf through, mix it together, and then the other eucalyptus you will bring down to the bottom. Oh, I've just pulled another leaf off. Oh, I'm so heavy-handed, guys. Are you like that? Or are you all very delicate? So, just lift up that. Bring some elm leaf through again. So we have quite a bushy base. I don't want those. Right, I want to, I know with these I'm going to be placing them in. Do I place a few in now and then a few later? I may do that. Again, just to add a bit of movement around the sides, and then I may place some in on top as we go along. Even if some of it's slightly hidden behind the elm, I don't mind that. Keep moving it around. Just cut that a bit shorter. Just add some movement and wispy bits around there. We'll save those for later. Right, now our lilies. I'm going to see if I can pull them, the heads off. I've got to be very careful. Right. Let's see if I can press these in and get, oops, a daisy, that bent. My hands are very slippy. Let me straighten the wire out. I don't think you'll be able to. There we go. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to bring one right on the end that's got that's open. So I'm going to mix it in with the eucalyptus and the elm. So let's get this one. Just right in, like it's sitting really comfortable within the foliage. I will get some buds as well. And we'll add those in. Let's take that glue off. I don't think that's gone in very well. And I'm going to do the same on this end. Let it sit comfortable. Oops. Like so. Just bring some of the eucalyptus through. So it's like that. So we've got it on both ends. So I'm going to bring a full one here as well. Do the same. Just try and push that in. It's very tight. And bring that there, and then I'm going to have two buds either side. One, two. So then I'm going to bring two buds in here. With our bow, I'm considering having it up here, at the just at the top here, instead of in the center, at the top. So we'll attach the bow once we've got these lilies in. You have to find where to place them. There we go. That one went in really easy. So we'll go under again. I'm just lifting up the stem, just so it's, you know, giving it that volume instead of keeping it flat. I'm lifting it up for that reason. Oh, that one was hard to get in. See, Benji can hear Maisie, my neighbour's dog who I go walking with. Maisie is a dog that barks a lot. And you can't seem to get her to be quiet. She's a lovely dog, but she's just barks heck of a lot. Oops, it's come off. Quick, let me get this out. And because he can hear her, because Maisie does live next door to Benji, and because he can hear her, he keeps positioning his head, listening. That's better. It's like Maisie when I'm in the window on the garden. Oh, I've just done the same thing with that one. And Maisie can see you on the garden. She just constantly is barking. And her neighbour tells me it just gets on her nerves. Let's see if we can do this one. Hey, Benji, do it again. The thing is, you see a hole, and the hole is quite small. And to place it in, there. So I'm going to now attach. Doesn't that look pretty, the colour? Absolutely glorious. I'm going to now attach our bow, where I'm going to use my weaving needle. Just make it easier to take the wire through. I'm going to bring that leaf. Do I bring it there? And have, yeah, we'll do it here. Bring it through the back. And grab the other wire. Do the same thing. But just don't put it in the same area, because you need your wire to be attached to, oh, I've pulled it off. You need your wire to be attached to the wreath, and if you place the wire in the same area as or spot as the other one, it will only attach to the itself and it will come through. So I'll just twist at the back. Put that below. And then bend the wire back over, so So it goes back inside. See, I've got a stem what's come through here. So I will just chop that right back by pushing my snips inside the wreath. So that there. That one there, like so. I've placed it here so you can still see our lily. Let me just check. I think that one's a little bit loose, guys. Yeah. I had a feeling it was slightly. Let me put a little bit more glue on it. There. So now our bow is attached. We can start to maybe add in some daisies around the edge. So let's take one out. And I'm going to cut these off individually. Some may have 2 heads on, some may have 1. But I don't mind how many they have on. I just don't want 1, you know, all the way around. If they have 2, they have 2. Now the one at the bottom is quite far down, so I will have to place that on a pick, or I could use that to place in the center of anything I'm doing. So we'll place that there. So I'm going to want 1. Again, these are around the sides, you know, on the edge. So we're going to place those there. And use these, just again another like movement, but also pretty floral on the sides. Save that one. Let's get another one. We'll bring one out there. And as you can see, they look quite pretty and effective just by having a softer coloured daisy just on the outer side. And then let's get one just under here. As well. Oops. Like so. So we've just, I'm catching it on some wire. I think it's wire. Let me see. Oh, I've heard it. I've heard it. When you rub your wreath along your mat, if you can, I don't know, what's that? If you can hear, you know, it's scraping, then you know it is catching, and that will scrape your customer's door. I can't get that off, even if it is that. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, I've just heard somebody. Excuse me, Benji, guys. Benji, one moment, guys. Let me go and have a look. Good boy for looking, Benji, for listening out. Sorry about that, everybody. It was somebody next door what's got a driveway, and their gates are very loud, and Benji's just being cautious, aren't you? Let me just lift him up because he doesn't want to be on the floor. Go on then, sit on there. Stay there. Stay there. Go and stay over there. You're as bad as Marley. Marley and Evie are on the front garden laying in the sun, and you just walked straight past them, and they didn't bother with you, did they? No. So go on then, over here. Good boy. Stay there. No, stay there. You can't come here. Stay there. Right, guys. So sorry about that. No, stay there. Oh my good gracious me. Right, I want to put in the astilbe. Now we've sorted that out. I will be taking him for a walk as soon as I've finished. I don't like to not take him for a walk. Right, let's, with our astilbe, I'm going to place in here, just slightly in between, one there. Let's just cut these down. One in there. One there. Lifting up our elm. One where the bow is. And one on this side. I may bring them down a little, actually. Lean them out a bit instead. So there's a bit of white colour on the outer side. Like so. So I don't think any more of those. I want to save the shakibi bits. I don't know if I don't think they look right with the theme that we're going for. From my personal, opinion, they don't. No, when I doubt, I always say when in doubt, leave it out. And I am in doubt, so I will leave it out. So these are the ones that I placed on picks. I think I did about 5, 4, 5 here. So with these ones, I want to place, where we've got the purple daisies, I want to bring the blues around here. And then some of the purple hydrangea I will bring here as well. So what I'm going to do is just under the bow here, lift one like so. Very pretty. They're like a ruffled effect on the ends of the petals. So they are very pretty. So I am bringing, placing in 5 of the poppies. It's just like that. So we've got those in as well. Again, let me check if anything's come through. I can't see anything apart from a loose twig. Get those bits of glue. I don't know. Just break that twig off. There's a loose twig. So that is it at the moment. So I don't need any more of the poppies either. So now we move on to our hydrangeas. Now, again, oh, I don't know what that one's doing in there. I don't want the big like this. I think I want to just place it. Six. I wonder if I can take one off and make 7. So I'm just going to move that to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to place on my own picks. I didn't do this before because I wasn't sure whether to place them on their own picks or have them as a full head. And I'm dipping in the glue and placing it at the bottom, but any glue that seeps out I'm wiping off to give it that neat finish where you don't see the dab of glue all dry. That's just the way I do it. I like, you know, and I was taught, you know, if you're going to do something, do it properly, finish even the tiniest little finishing touches, like wiping glue. Especially I did that on fresh flowers. It's just something that's followed me into doing artificial. But again, everybody's got their own way of doing things. There's no right or wrong. Right, so I've got 7. Let's just get that bit in there. So let's see. I think dot some around. Maybe bring one up here. Do like a zigzag. 1, 2. Bring one out here. 3, 4. I'm just placing them, guys. 5. Oh, I've got 6. That one here. And I could bring, I may bring that in the centre. We'll have a look. We'll save that one a moment. So let's place in these to start with. So we're going to go on there. I could come closer, in fact, so there's one around the bow. Bring that one there. One there, so we may need that one. I like to incorporate my ribbon within the flowers. It's just something I like to do. I find it then becomes one, if that makes sense. Bring that there. Again, I'm zigzagging these. So that's out, so we go in. Can't get that one. In. And back out. We'll go in around here. And then I'm going to bring one right here on the end. So then I've got 7. So there. So we've got 7 of those. Placed in of the hydrangeas. So I don't need any more of those. Now I want to put in my oddments of the shakibi spray, because there is quite a few gaps. So I need to be covering. If I haven't got enough, I'll just use a fresh stem. Or I may get some salal. I don't know if I've got any oddments of salal left. I think I may. Again, I can still see some little gaps. So I may need a bit more filler foliage. Let me just have a drink, guys. I made a drink while we was checking who was making the noise. Me and Benji. Glue off my fingers. So I may just have a look, because as you can see, there is still some gaps around where you could easily fill more floral in. I'm just looking what else I could place, because there's a bit of too much green here. I need some more colour around here, and again around here. So I may get some lavender. Let's get some lavender. I've got some oddments of lavender. I know that in my bucket. So let's get those. And there they are. So there. What else can I use for a floral? Oh, I know. Oh, I've just dropped one in. Where did that come from? I'll find it. Let's have a look. Some ranunculus. I've just dropped a flower. So some of that. I need a little bit of a bigger foliage. You know, like the salal or ivy. You know, something with a slightly bigger, more of a solid leaf and wider. Let me just quickly go through. I can see something at the back and I can't make out what it is. Oh, they're roses. Rose leaves. Where's those oddments? Where's the oddments of salal? Right, we'll use those. So we need another bit of floral. These are what was in the leftover bucket. I knew I'd got this. I used this for somebody, a customer. I didn't need it all. So we've got, okay, so that would look pretty in there and around the sides. I don't know how much I've got left. I've got half a bunch here. So that would make a full one. Yeah, I think I may have enough. So I think let's get these lavender in. And first of all, with the lavender, I'm going to bring some around the edge, or with the within the foliage, because obviously at the moment it's just green and then you've just got that one daisy. So I'm going to bring some within. You may not really see it because it's been cut down. So I'll try and get the longer pieces in, but just to give off that little extra colour around, you know, joined inside the greenery. There, a little one. And then just go around. Give that colour a little bit of a boost around the edge. Let's cut these down. They're the wrong colours. These had 7 stems to the bunch, and very, you know, very good, very nice these are. So what I'm going to do, and then put another one in, because again I want to go all the way. Add it within the greenery. And if you're doing a blue and purple one, you don't have to have purple lavender, you know, within the greenery. You can have white if you wish. Now I've got these left, and like this one, I'm going to cut down and I'm going to dot these around on top. So that one's already been cut. Let's just cut that one. Cut this one in half. Just so I can get more out of them and like they'll, you know, go further. So I'm just going to get one and I'm going to bring it down here, right on the end. And then obviously one I'm going to take to on the end at the top as well. So we've got a little bit of it on the tips. I've just dropped some on the floor. Let's get one entwined with our bow. Let's place it somewhere around there. So it's lifted up. It's just slightly sticking out the centre, or towards the centre of the bow. And again, where this has got a lot of green, bring it in, add that colour. Well, let me just get these 2 that I've dropped. And add that there. And then one more. And then we'll put this one just there. So then we've added those around the top and around the sides. So let me find where this ranunculus came from. Oh, it's there. That was good. Let's stick that back in. There we have it. Aren't they pretty? I absolutely adore ranunculus. So because now you can see here, there's still a lot of green. So we're gonna bring some colour into the centre to take off that real big, you know, amount of green sitting there. So I'm going to bring here especially. This is where one is, you know, needed the most, as I've been able to look at it. And I'm going to bring them quite far down as like depth, so that colour is entwined within the greenery, if that makes sense. I don't want them, you know, too far towards this outwards. Keep them within. And again, the same here. Because this shakibi spray is quite big, you know, and so to bring another one here and another one here, that will, you know, help take that dark colour and mix with the shakibi as well to make it look quite pretty. You don't always have to use foliage, you know, to fill in to cover your grapevine or your spruce wreath. You can always use floral, you know, floral where it's got a little cluster of flowers like the ranunculus. You know, that's just as helpful, you know, and will cover your areas as well. So we've got those. Let me just bend that one a little bit more. We've got those now around the centre here. Excuse me. So I'm just going to see what about bringing, because I don't want to overpower it. I know we're going to need the odd one on the outside. Maybe there. Let me just place that one there so I know. There. I've got two more pieces. So let's have a look around. We've got that one there. See the bit of a space here. So I could bring that one with two in there. That doesn't need any there, so I may bring one up above, yeah, behind the bow. So then I will bring one just behind the bow, and I'm placing these on the, you know, on the outer side. Again, just to add the ranunculus, what is here, to bring it out here. Oh, have you dropped your treat? So that will start and place these in. So one definitely behind our bow. So we've got some floral. One moment, I can't get that one in. Let me just. What are you looking for? You want your treat at what you've dropped? Go get it then. Go get it. I know you'll jump down. And then I'll get it you then. I don't know. You usually jump down for it. Here you go. There you are. It's with you now. That's it. You look after it. Good boy. So then we'll place in this one as well. Have those there. My sister wants another hanging basket from me, bless her. I've got her into the, it must run in the family. I've got her into the bug of artificial flowers. She can't stop ordering them now. And she's trying to, you know, she's doing a grand job at decorating up near where, at her stables where all the horses are. I think she blames me. So, wait till she sees this one. Oh my goodness. So that's what we have at the moment. Just bring our, we could, you know, again, with your ribbon, you could curl it. Give that pleat, you know, that ringlet. You can take it right to the top if you want. You don't have to, you can do your ringlets as tight as you like, or as loose, you know, loose as you like. The tighter you go really small with the circle, you know, the circles, you go really small. Looser, you do bigger circles. And then when you get to the top, you just grab the middle bit out where you've done your dovetail, and then you just pull. So let's place that one there. Now we've got, again, I've got some of these ranunculus, ruscus. What I wanted to add in, little pieces. Let me cut these all down, like the lavender, scatter those around. And these, I love to use these as just filler foliage. There's no particular order that I place them. I just place them in wherever I feel that they may be needed, or wherever I think, oh, that would look nice there. So like here, I think, yes, let's get one here. So in it goes, sitting alongside the hydrangea. Then I might bring one just slightly offset from where I've just placed that one. Again, they're not right next to each other, so they are, as we used to call in fresh flowers, breathing, you know, because they're away from each other. When they say breathing, they mean away from each other. There's a gap in between. If they're not breathing, they'll be right next to each other like that. And that's when I sometimes say, with the flowers, if you're using the same flower like the ranunculus twice and they're right next to each other, you're not letting them breathe. They need to be parted and have something in the center to oh, what's the word I usually use, to break them up, you know, so they don't clash, and have some, and so there's another colour in between so they can bounce off that colour. We'll put one right up here. Again, I like to add in things near the tip. And I could even, if I feel, let's get the odd one on the side. You know, you may not see it, but I feel it may be needed. Like, I think, well, let's put one here. Add a little bit extra there. And let's place one up. So basically I do like to have them some above, some below. And I just work my way around. And with it being a lighter foliage as well, that always adds that little interest. Let's cut these ones down as well. This one there. Let's bring one down the side. And another. I'm going to go along the bottom. If you can hear, Benji's got a pig's ear. He loves them. So that's that. And I've got two more. Let's get one in the top here. I think maybe one around here. Just to add those in. I have got our green lavender as well. Now I'd like to do the same with these also, to give movement at the top and also at the bottom. You know, and also it different texture as well. So just by adding these in, sticking out from the top, slightly higher than other, you know, elements in there. So I lift them up like so, so they stick out to give you that wispy volume. I'm going to place one up above here near the bow, one on the near the end here as well, just this side of the bow, and bring that in there. And then I can bring one coming out each end as well, from right on the tip. Not too far, just there. Do the same up above here. Just give it that. And then now I will go around the sides as well with this. And just bring that. Again, what's on top down below. Balancing it out from whatever I've used above. That blue string. So as you can see, I hold it up as I'm doing this because I can see better underneath. And I don't mind these being slightly longer than the boundary of our wreath. Because they are airy, they're not that noticeable. Let me put that one back here. It's not something like you'd focus on it. So it's just a little bit extra. Interest. Sorry about that. I was just concentrating then. Oh, a leaf's dropped off. Where's that come from? I'll have a look in a minute when I put this one in. Let's just get that glue off my hands. Oh, I can't get it off. Right, there's a eucalyptus leaf that's popped off. So it's somewhere around here. If I can't find it, I will just place it on a pick, which I can't seem to find it. So I'll place it on a pick and put it back in. It came from around this area. So again, I've got my salal. I don't think I really need it. If I just use these two pieces off of here, and then I can get rid of this stem. Use them as depth. Let me place one in here. Let's have a look. I think maybe one up here. And put that there as well. So then I've got them both the opposite ends. Maybe so let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want even any of these more in, I don't think. Because they're not going to fill any gaps if I find any, because they are thin. They do look pretty, but I'm not going to add any more. Sorry about the noise, he's enjoying his treat. So we'll leave those out. So I think that is our project for today, guys. Complete. So if I just move that out the way, put those away there. Just get my easel. Like that. Just so then I know where I need to place on my hook. Now, so let's see if we need it around here. I'm just threading my hook through and under. Wouldn't that be a good guess if I get it right? Guys, I've done it. First chance, first try, and I got it straight away. I think. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. Right, so I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to bring up the camera. Let's just move that across there. Let's get rid of all that mess that I've created. So let me just bring up the camera. He's looking where I've gone. Oh, look at him. Holding his treat, look. Good little Benji. Loving it. So that's the noise you heard in the background. So, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Again, with some lovely, lovely colours. You know, the blues and the purples and lilacs. They do go well together. They really do. They make a stunning wreath or arrangement, whichever you're doing, guys. It is a wonderful colour. And aren't them lilies fabulous? Especially just with the little poppies, you know, with the ruffled edge. And then even just your little daisies as well, your wild daisies and the hydrangeas. That's the great thing about hydrangeas. You can just pull them off, and the heads are, those what you pull off are just big, you know, are big enough to add into an arrangement to notice that the hydrangeas. And plus they go very far, very far. And then just add a little bit of white in, again, just to soften the colour and bring it alive as well. And then again, like I've added in these wispy bits, like, you know me guys, I'm all for twiggy bits and wispy bits, and my friend knows that. And I love it. My sister's like that as well. So yeah, we just love them. And just by adding this foxtail fern as well, that's, you know, like a twiggy or wispy bit, very airy. So when you look at this arrangement, you don't focus, as I stated earlier, on the things like these airy or, you know, wispy bits, because what you're focusing on immediately is here and, you know, around here. And you'll notice the beautiful lily and things like that. Then you'll start looking around, and then maybe you'll spot these, but they're not there to be a statement piece. They're there just to add a bit of interest, to give a bit of volume, a little bit of wispiness, you know, and natural movement. That's basically what they're there for. And by adding things, what you have around the side on the inside, it, you know, it gives that flow. It shows that your arrangement is not just, right, I'll place these green lavender around the outside, bring them in to the center, you know, on top, and show and let them stick out. It doesn't matter if they're sticking out. You may think, oh gosh, they're sticking out. No, that's fine, because again, these are on top and you're not focusing on these sticking out. You're homing in on the flowers. So again, the most important thing that a customer will look for in a floral arrangement is the colour. So they won't be looking for this, they'll be looking at the colour of the flowers. And that is a fact. So you know, I do. Even when I go and buy myself flowers, I don't go to the shop and think, well, I'll have those because I like the wispy bits. You look at the colour. You want a certain colour. And that is, honestly, guys, that is a true fact. If you know anybody who don't look for the colour and they just take and that's it, well, that's unusual. But, you know, at the end of the day, and add in a little bow, you don't need a bow. I just thought today I'll add a little bow and give it this, it's like a sea blue going onto like an aqua. But it fits in with the colour on, you know, on your lilies and on your poppies as well. Perfect. It doesn't look out of place. It's just a slightly lighter tone, and it also brings it alive and adds some wonderful interest. So yeah, and adding the lavender around the sides as well as on top, just like the spiky lavender. Add the purple lavender around this edge to give a bit of colour with the foliage on the edge as well as bringing it on top. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I really did. I love doing anything like this. But then again, I like doing anything. You know, as long as it's got floral and foliage, I like doing anything. So please subscribe, share and like, you know, to your friends, to anybody who you know, guys, colleagues, you know, neighbours, whomever. If they've never done floral arrangement or floral designs at all, but they'd like to learn, you know, pop along, tell them to pop along onto my channel, and it may inspire them to give it a go, or give them some creative ideas on to try and give it a go themselves. And same with everybody else, you know, just pop along and have some fun. So you're all welcome. More the merrier, as we say. So have a great day, guys. Keep your comments coming. Again, press that subscribe button and share to lots of your friends and family. And now I won't be here tomorrow. I have got a lot of organisation, you know, concerning my dear friend's funeral. So Benji's granddad. So there's a lot of that needed to be sorted, and get in touch with a florist, my wholesaler with fresh flowers, real flowers. So, and sort out to order the floral to come to here so I can do his funeral flowers. So have a great day, have a great weekend. You know, sorry that I haven't been here all week and it came to, you know, just 3 times this week, but I'll be back Monday. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I will. I'm going to see my mum, who lives quite far away from me, so I'm going to see her. And then it's my son's birthday on Sunday. So take care. Have a great weekend. I love you all, guys, and give it a go. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Oh, look at Benj. So there we are. Here we go. Let's home in on these, look. Are they beautiful, guys? The purple around the edging as well. They are absolutely glorious. And then the poppies, again, with the ruffled petals on the edge. And then our wonderful little hydrangea where I've pulled off the bits. And our ruscus, our white astilbe, and my favourite, beautiful ranunculus. And also our green lavender, spiky lavender, and our foxtail fern, and our lilac daisies. Let's not forget the foliage, the elm leaf as well, the eucalyptus, silver dollar. Also, can't remember if I've missed. Oh yes, the shakibi. And I've placed in just 2 pieces of salal as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I forgot the lavender. Don't forget the lavender. And our bow. Yes, our bow. Oh my good gracious me, guys. Aren't I daft? So there's the bow at the top with the lovely colour of the blue, like a sea blue with the lavender. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Again, give it a go. Have fun. From me and my little friend who's chomping away. Have a grand weekend. See you all soon. Bye for now.